In today's lecture, we will see solved questions part 2 in Ethernet. Let's dive into the question directly. Question number 1. An Ethernet MAC sublayer receives 42 bytes of data from the upper layer. How many bytes of padding must be added to the data? Before answering this question, let's now revisit the Ethernet frame format. In the Ethernet frame format, the minimum and the maximum length of data and the minimum and maximum length of the frame is addressed. So the minimum and the maximum payload length or the data length is given here. This part is the data that we get from the upper layer, that is the network layer. And whatever we get from the upper layer, the minimum length should be 46 bytes and the maximum length should be 1500 bytes. In case if we are not getting the minimum payload or the minimum data, we are required to append in order to make it 46 bytes. In case if we get more than 1500 bytes, it has to be broken into 2 or more frames. This is in terms of data or payload. Let's visit the question again. So this Ethernet MAC sublayer receives 42 bytes from the upper layer, and we know the minimum size should be 46 bytes in the frame, that is in the payload part, but we are receiving only 42 bytes. So how many bytes of padding must be added to the data? So 46 is the minimum that we require, but we get only 42 from the upper layer, that is the network layer. So 46 minus 42, which is equal to 4. So 4 bytes must be appended. Let's see the answer. The minimum data size or payload in Ethernet is 46 bytes, and therefore we need to add 4 bytes of padding to the data so as to make the minimum data size of 46 bytes. And the answer is 4 bytes. Let's move on to question number 2. An Ethernet MAC sublayer receives 1510 bytes of data from the upper layer. Can the data be encapsulated in one frame? If not, how many frames need to be sent? And what is the size of the data in each frame? In order to answer this question, we will revisit the same minimum and maximum frame length. Before visiting that, let's ponder. The size of data that we receive from the upper layer, that is the network layer, is 1510 bytes. We can have a maximum payload length of 1500 bytes in the data part or the payload part of the frame. But we are getting 1510. So it cannot be sent as a single frame. So the answer is the maximum data size in standard Ethernet is 1500 bytes. The data is of 1510 bytes. Therefore, must be split between 2 frames. The answer for this part is the data cannot be encapsulated in one frame. So it has to be split between 2 frames. And also, the standard dictates that the first frame must carry the maximum possible number of bytes. What's the maximum possible bytes? It's 1500 bytes in one frame, and the remaining 10, that is 1510 minus 1500 is 10. So the second frame then needs to carry only 10 bytes. Again, 10 bytes cannot be sent because the minimum payload size or the data size in an Ethernet frame should be of 46 bytes. So what we need to do? We need to append 36 more to this 10 bytes so as to make 46 bytes. So it requires padding. So the answer for this part is how many frames need to be sent? There are 2 frames. And what is the size of the data in each frame? We know the data size for the first frame is 1500 bytes. And the data size for the second frame is 46 bytes, not 10 bytes. Because the minimum payload or the data size should be 46 bytes. We have only 10 bytes left with us. So possibly we are padding that in order to make 46 bytes. And here is the answer for the second question. Let's move on to question number 3. What is the ratio of useful data to the entire packet for the smallest Ethernet frame? And what is the ratio for the largest frame? So we are required to find what is the ratio for the smallest Ethernet frame and what is the ratio for the largest Ethernet frame. The answer is, we know the smallest Ethernet frame is of 64 bytes and that carries 46 bytes of data. 46 bytes is the minimum data size and 64 bytes is the minimum frame size. And coming to the largest frame size, the payload can be 1500 bytes and the frame can be 1518 bytes. So this is the maximum data size or the payload size of an Ethernet frame, and this is the maximum frame size. So the answer is the smallest frame will be 46 divided by 64, that is, so the 64 byte smallest Ethernet frame carries 46 bytes of data. So 46 divided by 64, we will get 71.875%. And what about the largest frame? The largest frame size will be 1500 divided by 1518. So we will get 98.814%. And that's the answer for question number 3. And we will see question number 4. The data rate of 10 base 5 is 10 megabits per second. How long does it take to create the smallest frame and show the calculation? 10 base 5 Ethernet cable is a commercial variant of Ethernet. It is also called as a thicknet or thick Ethernet. So we are given with the data rate, which is 10 megabits per second, and we are required to find how long does it take to create the smallest frame. Let's see the answer for this question. We know the smallest frame size is of 64 bytes. In bits it is 512 bits, and the data rate is given as 10 megabits per second. So we are asked to know how long does it take to create the smallest frame. It means the transmission delay. So the transmission delay is message size upon bandwidth. So we know the message size is the smallest frame size, that is 64 bytes. In bits it is 512 bits. And we know the bandwidth, that is the data rate. Here it is 10 megabits per second. So I'm just substituting the message size and the bandwidth. Since the numerator is in bits, we will convert the denominator to be in bits per second. How to convert megabits into bits per second? Which is 10 power 6 bits per second. So the transmission delay is 512 bits divided by 10 multiplied by 1000 into 1000 bits per second. Why? Because this entire thing is megabits per second, and this thing is kilobits per second, and this whole thing is megabits per second. When we simplify 512 divided by 10, we will get 51.2. And when we take this entire 10 power 6, that is 10 power 3 into 10 power 3 to the numerator, we will get 10 power minus 6. So 10 power minus 6 seconds means it's microsecond. So the transmission delay is 51.2 microsecond. And that's it, guys. Before we conclude, let's see the homework problem. Choose the correct pair from the following address size pairs. And the address and the size pairs are given. So we are required to choose the correct pair. So IPv4 address, IPv6 address, the MAC address and the port numbers are port address, the size are given, and just find out which is the right one and post your answers in the comment section. I hope you liked the lecture and thank you for watching.